Folks, Outlander Season 7 is officially over, and now I'm in the biggest slump ever. I know that nothing I watch will ever match the level of Outlander until the 8th season comes around. So, let's talk about when Outlander Season 8 will be out and what we can expect from it. But before that, we need to go over the events of the Season 7 finale because, what the hell? On one hand, I'm slightly disappointed. I was expecting more backlash against Jamie for trying to leave the army, bigger outbursts, and bigger resolutions in general. On that note, the episode was kind of underwhelming in my opinion. On the other hand, though, it had one of the biggest twists of the show so far, one that even the book readers did not see coming. And yes, my jaw is still on the floor. Okay, let's start from the beginning. The episode starts with the questioning of Jane by a local journalist. She shows no remorse, no regrets, and no issues with being presented as the ultimate villain, and even monster, in the public eye. And honestly, we are all proud of her. In the meantime, William asks for John Grey's help, desperately trying to save her. He then goes to Jamie, and we all know he wouldn't have gone to Jamie, the man who broke his heart by lying to him for years, unless he was truly helpless. Even though Jamie agrees to help save Jane, things do not go as they hoped. They find Jane dead, leaving William devastated. Put a pin in this point, because it actually embeds a very dark secret. We'll come back to it. Pretty early on in the episode, we learn that Claire is fine. Apparently, as she said, she decided to live. I don't know about you guys, but I really resented this season for building up a storyline for one episode and then dropping it like it's hot the very next episode. This happened with Jamie's supposed death early on, then Claire and John Grey's brief affair, and now with Claire's death. Come on now. We spent an episode building up these massive events as if they would be the biggest moments of the season, and then, in the very next episode, everything just turns back to normal. I get that they had to tell a bunch of storylines in a single season since the show is coming to an end, but still, I really dislike the rushed feeling this season gave. It reminds me a lot of the Game of Thrones finale, and I hate that. Let me know what you thought about it. Anyway, now that Claire is alive, there's no drama left on that front, except for a very brief but very crucial scene. When she was in her sickbed, Claire saw Master Raymond come into her room. Of course, Claire was in shock. She literally lost her words at the sight of him. Master Raymond apologized to her out of nowhere and told her to have faith and leave. This, my friends, was the most important scene of the entire episode. If you don't remember, Master Raymond was a very critical figure when Claire was living in Paris and had that stillborn baby. Remember that dreadful time when Jamie had a duel and got into trouble while Claire was having the worst pregnancy ever? How could you not? It was one of the most horrendous storylines in the show's history. And now, that same guy who handled the birth of the baby shows up in Claire's room. Is this just a coincidence? No, my friend. Number, and I'll explain everything in just a second. Claire also has a farewell with John Grey, which was heartwarming, but also interesting. Does this mean we won't see John in Season 8? If so, I have to admit, I was expecting a more emotional scene between them. After all, John has been one of the main characters of the series over the past few years. He deserved a more glamorous send-off. And if he will be in Season 8, then I don't really understand the point of that scene. Feel free to enlighten me in the comments below. Now, it's time to talk about the biggest plot twist of the entire season. When William brought Jane's sister Francesca to Jamie and Claire, I knew something was off. Not only because they spent so much time in the finale dedicated to her, which felt odd, but also because the little girl was very talented. Like, incredibly talented for a random side character. Turns out, she's not just another side character. As Jamie and Claire help her through her mourning period after her sister's death, Claire realizes that Francesca's mother's name was Faith. Claire also sees a picture of Faith and feels something when she looks at it, though she doesn't give it much thought at first. But then, just as they're about to leave, Claire hears Francesca humming a little song, the same song Claire sang to her stillborn baby back in Paris all those years ago. Do you see where this is going? Oh my God, I'm getting excited just talking about it. When Claire asks Francesca where she learned that song, Francesca says her mother taught her. And in that moment, Claire realizes something huge. Her stillborn daughter, Faith, somehow lived. And Francesca is actually her granddaughter. I mean, can you believe it? I'm truly shaking. Who could have seen this coming all these years later? I definitely couldn't, especially since this storyline does not exist in the books. So, where the hell did all this come from? What is it all about? If you have any answers or theories, please let me know in the comments below because I'm truly baffled. Also, does this mean William had a romance with his half-niece? Like, seriously, dear Diana Gabaldon, are you okay? Do you have any explanation for all this? Because I am truly out of words. What else? Well, William and Jamie finally had their much-anticipated face-off, but to me it was simply underwhelming. William told Jamie that he would never call him his father, which was brutal. But other than that, the whole scene was very brief and felt flat. Brianna and Roger reunited as expected, but other than that, nothing really happened with their storyline. Literally nothing. Just a happy family ending, and that's it. Honestly, since their storyline was the most exciting one throughout the season, I'm surprised there wasn't more drama, or at least more questions raised at the end. Oh, and also, young Ian is becoming a father, and his dog is dead. Yeah, there's that. Now, what will happen in Season 8? First of all, Jamie and Claire will put on their detective hats and start tracing Faith's story. It's clear that somehow Master Raymond saved the baby, kidnapped her, and made sure she lived. But it's also clear that she didn't exactly have the best life. In order to make things right, Claire and Jamie will adopt Francesca and provide her with the life she deserves. Honestly, this excites me a lot because seeing a young new face in the show, with lots of opportunities ahead, will give the final season a hopeful note. Then the Mackenzies will finally reunite with Claire and Jamie. We'll watch Roger and Brianna try to solve the mysteries surrounding time travel as a couple, and then share their findings with Claire and Jamie, clarifying some questions about their lives and experiences. At the end of Season 8, we will witness Jamie and Claire's death. We know they die because of a fire at their house. We don't know why the fire happens or how exactly they die, but we know this will be the end for them. And then, that famous scene of Jamie's ghost standing in front of Claire's window will finally take place. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Let me know what you are most excited about in Outlander Season 8. Season 8 will be out before the end of 2025. Filming is already complete, and it is expected to hit stars around October 2025. For more weekly updates on Outlander, make sure to like and follow. For all the details about the upcoming Outlander prequel series Blood of My Blood, watch the video.